Hello everyone, welcome to our home. I'm Princess.
I'm the Goob. This is Gulps'N'Games, the weekly show where we have some gulps, give a little background on them,
games.
Then we play some games, give a little how-to on them. And this week we have for you, it's called Brewcifer, and it's a hazy double India Pale Ale, and it's from Church Street Brew. We've done them before. Do you want to read that about me?
Nope.
So I get to do everything again this week?
Yep.
Alright. Church Street Brewing Company began when Joe Greger's son decided that his father needed a hobby and bought him home a brewing kit.
My mom needs some more hobbies.
Let's get her a wine kit.
She has one.
Oh, okay. Being a chemical engineer, Joe enjoyed brewing beer so much and became so good at it that he began to research starting his own brewery. After years of research, hard work, and considering various locations, Church Street found its home in Itasca.
I would say Itasca.
That's what I said, Itasca.
Oh, I thought you said Tatasca.
No, Itasca.
Oh, okay.
Itasca, Illinois, in February of 2012. Equipment arrived in June and July, and Church Street became a reality.
Okay.
It's been an amazing journey from April 2012 until now, and they could not be more proud of the brewery and their ability to service the community they are in. Don't take their word for it. That just sounds like the Reading Rainbow thing. Don't take our word for it. Do.
I'm pretty sure the other beers we had from them had this kind of like rainbow decorative background too.
Come by and see the brewery for yourself and try some samplers in their tasting room. Well, next time we're in Illinois.
Is it near Chicago?
I couldn't tell you. Let's see.
I don't know of any other big cities in Illinois.
It's an hour away. It's further into
Illinois. And with Chicago traffic, it's probably like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's very red over in here, which usually means it's delayed. Which actually, that might be included in the 1 hour.
Oh.
A lot of times they add that into
the subway goes out there.
It says 49 minutes bus, public transport. Looks like ride services. 7 hour 32 minutes to walk there. But it's only 2.5 hours though if you ride a bike.
Ooh, that'd be nice and adventurous.
Yep. Do you want to read the beer then?
Sure.
Not that one. It's on the side.
The Hazy IPA was an absolutely sinister amalgamation of hops.
Amalgamation. Combination.
I don't think I've ever heard of that word before.
Yeah, I've said it.
Okay, so featuring Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Falconer's flights.
Should I read it?
Well, why do you say that? Falconers.
Falconers.
Falconers?
Falconers.
Falconers.
Falcon, ERS, Falconers.
What does that mean? Does that mean it's like a flight? Does that mean it's a mixture of beers?
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of those beers.
Okay. Almost entirely whirlpool and dry hop additions with a pinch of lactose for a soft, thick body.
So, amalgamation's like a combination. Comic books did it, and where they combined like Batman and Wolverine.
Why not just say combination then?
Because amalgamation's more like a fusion than a combination.
Oh.
So it's an IPA, so it's going to taste like grapefruit. We drink a lot of IPAs on our show.
You know, the other day at work, someone said a pale ale, and I'm like, pale ale, what's that? And then it wasn't even until a couple hours later, I'm like, oh my god, he was talking about IPAs. How could I not tell him the IPAs we have here? Like, I drink IPAs, but he just threw me off by saying pale ales.
There's actually pale ales and India pale ales, so...
Oh, so there maybe... I don't remember what he ended up getting.
Yeah. There we go. Put this over here. So somewhere where you can still see it.
Can I tell our viewers where they could come meet me at?
Sure can.
Is that allowed?
Sure can.
Alright, come to Zender's of Frankenmuth, have a chicken dinner, and then come have a drink either before or after, and I could be your bartender. Right?
Yep. We are not sponsored by Zender's in any way.
No.
We're not sponsored by any of the brands that you might see. We haven't said that in a while.
We are kind of sponsored by them because they pay me and we buy...
No. So if they gave us the beer for free or paid us to say something good about them,
right, that's
a sponsorship.
No, I just did because...
Yeah, you just worked there.
I just worked there. But I already knew they were good people because Nate used to work there.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't said that in our show in a while. You said it last week. And I realized last week we hadn't said it in a while.
That's why I said it.
We also haven't said to please drink responsibly,
right,
and that you must be 21 years old in America to drink. I kind of feel like that's something we have to say every time because our show's marketed towards adults, but it's good.
Maybe we should add not sponsored by any. First, then what if we are?
Yeah, we'd have to take it out for that one.
That'd be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Ooh, I like this. Now I wish we could try each one of those beers that it's
separately.
An amalgamation of.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Amalgamation.
Whatever.
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation. I like this. I could have a few of these.
It's good. I mean, I'm still tasting grapefruit, but it tastes like different varieties of grapefruit.
I can taste this. Well, I guess that's what you mean by the grapefruit. I can taste the citra in it.
Yeah. Well, Citra is one of the beers.
What else was in it?
It's got Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Falconer's Flight.
Is it like lactose?
Oh yeah, the milk. That's what makes it.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. Yep. I wasn't sure what that is, but I know I've had another thing. Like I think that's what this is making it taste like this.
Got a soft, thick body like Satan. In case you didn't know, Satan has a thick body. So for our game. Didn't really know what to pair with this game. Thought about one of those mixology packs we did before, since that's kind of a similar vein of the game. But I went with the title of the game as opposed to the type of game. The game is called War with the Evil Power Master. And since it's a Lucifer-themed beer, Brewcifer, Lucifer is seen as evil by some people.
I'm pretty sure by all people. But okay.
War with the Evil Power Master I thought fit. It is a choose your own adventure game. I don't know if many of you out there remember the choose your own adventure books.
Yes.
This is pretty much they turned the books into a game.
They were lots of fun.
So we're not going to play the whole thing because I don't want to spoil a lot of the story, even though it is choose your own adventure. So there's hundreds of different story combinations you can get. We'll set up, we'll play a little bit into it. Also, I just feel like you could go on forever depending on how long. There is a timer on it, so I'll explain that.
Just like you could read those books forever.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are all set up, so let me just explain a bit of what's going on here in front of us. There's 4 characters. No matter how many players you play with all 4 characters. And it says 1+, so if you have 8 people, then you can all just work as a group to play with what the characters are. You can play with as many people as you want. Okay. So with 1 person, you play all 4. With 2, you each get 2. With 3, you would each choose 1, and then work as a group for the 4th, etc., etc. The board has these little tokens. They have numbers on the back of them that represent the movement on the signal tracker, which I'll get to in just a minute. So the object of the game is to beat the evil Power Master before time runs out. Because if you take too much time, he succeeds in his mission and destroys the universe. So in order to find him, you have to move the signal tracker up. So we have that set up with the tokens on each one of the planets. You have the 2 counters. They both start at 0, and because it takes just as much time as it does signal tracker. There's 9 planets. Each one has their own little 13-card set of story. front and back. Each card is front and back, and then it tells you at the bottom like to choose to go here or here. So you separate all those out by the planets and set them to the side so you can grab them easily. You have your die, which is used for when you're looking at missions. You have your tracker piece, which is what tells you which planet you're at. You have your characters out. Then there's starter items. Each character gets one of these. So you shuffle these up and deal one to each. And you can flip them over.
Right now?
Yep, you can just flip them all over. And then you can see what they are. Starter items are reusable items. Actually, this one says to discard it. Oh, starter items are not always reusable. It's the data cards. There's reusable items and there's discarded items. So each one of these does things. So like this one, bag of caffeinated chocolates. Discard this card during a challenge to re-roll any dice during that challenge. The data cards, as you read through the story, it tells you to grab a certain data card. They are labeled 1 through like 150. So you go through and you pull out which number it tells you to get. Some of them are items, some of them continue the story, some of them have challenges on them of some sorts, and you have to complete the challenge. Each character has things that they're good with, like it was piloting, diplomacy, dexterity, perception, and strength. And so the challenges tell you, like, this needs a lot of strength to defeat this challenge. If you have strength, you get to add 1 to your roll if it uses strength on the thing. If it needs a diplomacy, so like for my guy right here, it loses 1 on the roll for diplomacy for the challenges. The game moves, every time you move between a planet or certain data cards, they tell you to move the EPM meter up. If you lose a challenge, it might tell you if you lose, you have to move the EPM meter up. If the EPM meter reaches 25, the evil Power Master, which is what evil EPM means, wins his and defeats you and destroys the universe. On the other hand, if you win your challenges and you get to move the signal tracker up, each planet has a challenge in order to collect the circle on it, which is what you're trying to do. Once you collect that, you no longer return to that planet. And each one, there's high numbers and low numbers and all that. And the higher the numbers, the faster you get to 25. And then we defeat the evil Power Master by going to the specific final showdown that it tells you to go. Each planet will tell you to go to a different final showdown. And why don't we just jump into the game?
This seems complicated.
It's actually pretty simple. It just seems complicated.
You told me.
Yeah. All right. The evil Power Master is back, shouts Commander Chen to his green-skinned Martian friend Flipto. And he's still doing his evil thing. Chen hands Flipto a message that just came into Rapid Force Command from a remote sector of the vast Lacunian system. The news is grim. Sudden total destruction of planet Marzina, Sector 314789. Evil Power Master claims responsibility. Have a nice day. Flipto crumples the paper message in his three-fingered fist. His usual Martian self-control replaced by anger. Did you expect anything else, Commander? He demands. We both knew he would be back doing his evil thing. I hoped he had destroyed him in the Purple Days War, Chen says. So many lives lost. So much carnage. So much purple. The Rapid Force officers sit in silence, remembering how the evil Power Master rallied the renegade planets that were denied entrance to the Lacunian System Alliance and led them in a rebellion. His powers must be strong again, Chen says, breaking the silence, or he would never have attacked. Okay. You are primary unit commander, says Flipto. What are your orders? Call all unit commanders to meet with the Lacunian Congress, Chen says.
I can't
We must
even
plan
focus
for our
on
defense
what you're
and
saying.
maybe mount an attack. Well, I'm giving them voices.
I know. I can't even focus on what you're saying because well, weird voices.
Chen and Flipto lead the other unit commanders into the Lacunian Congress. Countless voices fill the great hall, speaking hundreds of languages. The dread in their eyes is clear. Every conversation is about the evil Power Master doing a new evil thing. Chen meets with Tara, the congressional spokesperson. Tara is represented for her firmness and wisdom in Congress, and for being the fierce veteran of the Purple Days War. I knew that evil drip wouldn't stay quiet for long, Tara says. Before Chen can reply, the great hall is silenced by a booming metallic voice. It is the voice of the evil Power Master. Give up, fools! Your time has come! Marzina is just a taste of my power! Give me total control of the system, or more planets will perish, including Hamog, Aruth, and Earth! You have days to comply! Ha 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 ha! There's no laugh. I thought I'd add the laugh for...
Yeah.
The hall erupts in chaos, with the representatives from across the Lacunian system all rushing to contact their homeworlds. Rapid Force is on their own now. Tara is smiling, however. Come with me, she says. This may be our break. Chen is confused, but he trusts Tara. She saved his butt more than once during the war, and he'd like to continue to keep his butt intact. Tara takes Chen and Flipto to a computer room, where her one-eyed, one-eyebrow droid, Dante, sits in front of a console. We got him now, Dante cries. The evil Power Master's message led us right to him. Almost. Tara's smile fades. Almost. He bounced the message through 9 planets, says Dante, including a base here on Lacus. He must be on one of those 9. We'll have to explore the planets to find him. Flipto looks at the readabouts. The signal was too weak to pinpoint his location, he says, grabbing the last Sinistar bagel from the table. Then it will be like looking for an evil needle among 9 haystacks, Chen says, his stomach growling. Or a bacterium burrowing among 9 gigantic Sinistar bagels. Flipto shoots Chen a side-eye. You're not getting one bite out of this bagel, he hisses. No time for bagels, snaps Tara. We need to boost that signal. Flipto's forehead wrinkles. If we visit planet where the evil Power Master has been, we can collect more transmission data, he says. I can use the data to design an algorithm to boost the signal. Then we can find him, says Tara. Flipto and I will head out on the Fizzlet, says Chen. Dante and I are coming too, says Tara. 4 heads are better than 2. And 18 arms are better than 4, says Dante. And this bagel is gone, says Flipto, polishing off the last bite. Alright, so now in order to figure out which planet we start on, we have to roll the die 2 times. So go ahead and roll the die 1 time. You got a 3. So 3 and 4 are the center row. 1 and 2 are the first row, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So we're in this middle row here.
Okay.
Now roll it 1 more time. And 2. Now it's a 2. So 1 and 2 are the top row. So this is the planet we start on, is Silica. And again, 3 and 4 would be the middle 3, and 5 and 6 the bottom 3. And that's how you figure out which planet you start on. So now these 3 cards are done, and we get to set them to the side, and we are on Silica. I'm going to stop at the voice that's starting to hurt my throat.
Oh, good. Then maybe I can pay attention.
I thought the voices would make it better.
You have to read all of that? All of those cards?
Not at one time.
Oh, okay.
Dante pilots the ship towards the surface of Silica, a planet composed entirely of glass. Before the Purple Days War, Silica was a planet covered in deserts. The Silicans were peaceful sand farmers, supplying the Lacunian system with refined silica for all manner of electronic devices. In his first recorded attack, apparently launched on a lark, a teenage evil Power Master aimed heat missiles at Silica and its moons. The resulting inferno transformed most of the planet into glass and turned its moons into prisms. It's almost painfully beautiful, says Tara as the ship flies over Crystal Forest and Mirror Lakes. Light from the nearby star refracts through the interior of the planet, creating a kaleidoscope of color. It's gonna get bright, folks, says Chen. Disco ball bright, adds Flipto. We're going to need some serious shades, chirps Dante. So now we get a free item, so we get to draw number 82. And they're all in order, so.
Let's hope they are. 82.
So now it's we can look at it and see what it does. It gives
Rad sunglasses.
+1 for diplomacy. So we can choose which person we want to put it on. So we can put it on someone that loses diplomacy, so then their rolls are still just as strong. Or we can put it on someone who already has strong diplomacy, so that their roll is even stronger. So
which do we want to put it on the weakest right now?
Right now, yeah. So I would put it on one of these two.
Chin.
Okay. So this is a a card that we get to hold on to. It doesn't get discarded after we use it. The evil Power Master's signal originated near a town called Rainbow Alto, says Flipto. He provides Dante with coordinates, and soon the ship is zooming across Silica Valley, the planet's largest remaining desert, toward a quiet village of glass at the edge of the dunes. Be careful, calls Chen as the droid lands on a sheet of glass outside town. The warning is a bit late. Several large cracks spider out from the landing gear as the ship settles into place. Tread lightly, you delightful clodhoppers, says Dante as the crew leaves the ship. Chen glares at the hovering droid. The crew enters Rainbow Alto, a typical tourist town of wide streets lined with shops. The shops being made entirely of glass. Don't need no signs because tourists can see what's being sold inside with a quick glance. Where do we start? Asks Terra. Perhaps with those two suspicious-looking people, replies Flipto, pointing at a female glass silicon and a male sand silicon, whispering to each other between two shops across the street. Don't point, hisses Chen at Flipto. That's just impolite. But the two silicons already caught sight of the rude Martian's finger, and the suspects run off in different directions. So now we have our first choice. We can follow the glass silicon, or we can follow the sand silicon.
Well, sand sounds fun.
Alright, so sand silicon is card 5.
So I get card 5?
Nope, on here.
Oh.
The glass silicon disappears down another street, but the sand silicon runs into an alley, its sandy limbs undulating like rolling desert dunes. The crew gives chase. At the other end of the alley, the sandy suspect has disappeared. A thin trail of sand points the way towards the edge of town. Hurry, says Terra, or we'll lose him in the desert. The sand trail weaves through town, but prismatic rainbows make it hard to see the culprit. The crew finally catches sight of him as he steps off the edge of the glassy plateau above Silica Valley. They run to the edge and gaze into the sandy valley, but the sand silicon is gone. Dunes extend as far as they can see, with waves of blowing sand. The only break in the sand sea is a craggy, prismatic glass peak to the west. Can we track him? Asked Chen with a little hope in his voice. Required challenge. Track the suspect. If we win, we raise signal tracker by 2 and draw data 73. But if we lose, then we raise the EPM meter by 2, and then we have to continue below.
So how do we do the challenge?
We roll. So if we choose one of these people, so this one uses the
eye?
Yeah, the eyeball. I don't remember what it was called. So
Dante? Or what do you mean? Eyeball.
See, Flipto has.
Oh.
So he has +1 to his roll. So now she has -1 for it, and neither of them lose anything for it. So we could use them.
To what? Chase after the sand guy?
Yeah, we roll the die to see if we can track him. And the challenge level is determined by the signal tracker's current position. So 0 through 6, which is where it's at, the challenge level is 4. So we have to roll a 4 or higher right now.
Okay.
So, and if we use...
Let's
if we use
one that adds a roll.
Yes, if we use him, we only have to do 3 or higher.
Okay. Is that what we want to do that?
Yep.
A 1!
Hang on.
Lost.
No, we had to do it before. Yep, so we lost. So...
We lose that card?
No, well, this didn't get used, but now he is inactive. So he can't be used until all the other 3 have been used.
Okay.
So now, since we lost, we
move this side up, right?
Yeah, we moved this side up by 2, And we head to the Glass Mountain on Silica card 7. The crew treks across the desert toward the Crystal Mountain. After tromping around a few sand dunes, they arrive at the mountain. A cascade of rainbows run down the side like a waterfall. A figure can be seen at the top of the Glass Mountain. I guess we climb, says Flipto. Tara and Chen pour sand out of their shoes before starting, while Flipto blows dust off to his feet. So now we have to climb the mountain. Required challenge: if we win, we raise the signal tracker by 2 and draw a day to 75. If we lose, we raise the EMP meter by 2. Another active character must try. So we have to keep trying until we win. This guy gets +1 for his. And if we roll bad, we can use this item to reroll.
Which one do you want to do then?
So let's use him, because he's -1, and he's not usable, and she just gets a normal roll. So we have to get a 3 or higher.
5!
Good. So I didn't have to use that. He is now inactive. We won, so we get to raise the signal tracker by 2 and draw number 75.
Oh, that was close. I came to 74. 75. As the crew climbs, a shard of the mountain breaks off in Flipto's hand. Amazingly, it is a perfectly formed prism that can be used for measuring distances on 3-dimensional star charts. It can also be used as currency on Lockus. Keep this challenge booster. Finish the local story card 7.
Okay. I say let's put it on him since he's the best pilot. That way we can add it when we start getting higher and higher numbers.
Okay.
At the top of the mountain, the crew enters a glass hermit sitting outside a glass cave. The nearby rainbow falls reflect from our crossed legs. I am Prisma, she coos. I see all. I can aid you in your journey, but first you must answer my eternal question. Prisma points at a jar-shaped glass organ inside her torso. That jar holds some unknown liquid. Am I half full, she asks, or am I half empty? So we get to choose now. Answer half full, we get number 77. If we half empty, it's 80.
I want to answer in the middle.
Can't. It's half full or half empty.
Oh, I don't know, half full.
Okay, number 77.
There it is. Okay. Still full of hope and the wonder of adventure I see, says Prisma. If you seek answers, wander the southern desert and lose yourself in the journey. The crew takes the advice of the hermit and trusts their instincts by wandering the southern desert for a while. Go to Silica Story card 11. What do I do with this?
You can just put it back.
Okay.
That's it. We're lost, Commander Chen says with a huff. Nothing but sand dunes surround the crew. Chen can't even guess in which direction the fizzlet can be found at this point. At the top of the next dune, however, Flipto spies a shiny spot in the distance. The crew trudges toward it and finds a bare patch of glass glittering like an oasis in Silica's southern desert. In the middle of the glass oasis is a life-size, crudely crafted crystal statue of the evil Power Master. Do Silicans worship the evil one? Dante asks. Nope, says Tara, unimpressed. I recognize that style. Only evil Power Master himself could have made this junk, says Tara. He always was a crappy artist. As the crew moves to investigate, the glass ground softens and grabs at their feet. Everyone begins to sink. Quick glass, yells Flipto. Required challenge. Escape the quick glass. So we have to roll to raise the signal tracker by 2 and continue below. If we lose, we draw number 85. So
Okay.
it uses her thing. So let's use her for
Okay.
it. What's this? After challenge roll, discard this to roll again and add the second roll to your first roll. So if we fail, we can do that.
Yes.
If we fail. So we need 3 or higher.
3. 3.
Perfect. We won and we didn't have to use the item. She is now inactive, so the next challenge Dante has to do. Alright, so now we get to move this by 2 and continue below. After escaping the quick glass trap, the crew investigates the crappy statue of the evil Power Master. They discover a secret door in the base which leads beneath the sands. Now we have to go back to Silica Card 2. Behind the secret hatch lies a crystal staircase that leads to a maze of glass tunnels. Dante extends his headlamp, but the light bounces around the glass cavern and almost blinds everyone. The droid switches to sonic sensors and leads the way. After numerous twists and turns, the group enters a diamond-shaped chamber. At the far end of the room is a glass door. In the dimly sparkling lit, the crew can see a room filled with electronics. They have found the evil Power Master's secret silicon base. As they move forward, an enormous crystal spider descends from the ceiling in a thin line of molten glass webbing. Shen shudders at the sight of the bug and draws his laser. Flipto points at the multifaceted glass walls and shakes his head. I guess we wrestle this varmint the old-fashioned way, says Tara, as she pushes up her sleeves and prepares for action. Great. We can only use him. It's a strength-based one, so we have to get 4 or higher. Actually, we have to get 5 because he's got -1 for strength. Premonition device from the glass planet Silica, 1,000 times more accurate than a crystal ball. Discard this card at any time to reveal 1 face-down signal booster device. Disc. Okay, we can't. That doesn't help us right now. Alright, so I guess just roll. We have to get a 5. You got a 6!
Woohoo!
So we get to draw number 86.
Alright, the crystal spider wraps the crew in glossy webs, but they manage to smash its legs. It crashes to the ground, shattering. They find communication data in the base and feed it to the Flipto's algorithm. Turn over the disc and raise single tractor the amount shown. If any character has 1 or more of the following data, raise tractor the additional amount shown.
Which data?
79. You mean ones that are in use?
Yeah, everybody's also active now because we used the last character. So everyone became active again. And hang on, it says 79. Nobody has 79. SI5.
Right here?
SI5. So we have +3 to it. And 007. No one has 007.
How do we know it's +3 now?
Because it says right here, if you have SI5, you can
Oh,
add 3.
for that roll that we just got. Okay.
No, not for the roll. For this. For the whole thing. So we move this up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the card says that if they have these data, you get to move it additionally. So an additional 3. 1, 2, 3. So from that one planet, we're all the way up to 15.
Okay.
Alright. So we have completed that planet. And then we have to choose a new planet. So you put that back in there. So this is where we would now choose a new planet to go to. We can go to any planet that's connected to Silica. So we can move over here to Earth, down to Lacus, or over to Kroner. Moving along the pathways does expend +2 on the EPM meter in order to move. And you can't revisit a planet you've already defeated, obviously, because there's no point of it. But in order to go, if we're to go to Earth and then we want to go to Kromer, we'd have to go through it, and it would add 4 to the travel path. But I kind of think that we gave them enough from just the first planet.
Okay.
Without reading, because now they all know about Silica. So I think this is a fun game.
Yeah.
It's
Every
long.
time you play it, it's going to be different.
Yeah. Even if you're reading the same planet, we only read half the cards.
Yeah.
And we could go after the other person next time, if we got that one. But that's what I really like this. I didn't actually have the Choose Your Own Adventure books when I was growing up. It was Goosebumps Choose Your Own Horror Story.
They had those?
Yeah, there's Goosebumps where you get to choose your own adventure.
Those sound amazing.
Yeah.
How did I not know about those?
Because you were probably like preteen and like out of reading Goosebumps at the time.
Aren't those preteen Goosebumps?
I think they're like 12, 13-year-old books. I guess that's a preteen.
I was more into Swan Valley Twins or Sweet Valley Twins and Sweet Valley High and the Unicorn Club. I really wasn't into Goosebumps.
I think they had some boxcar racer or boxcar children books that were choose your own adventure books.
Oh, that would have been cool too.
I think they did.
Oh. Well, at that time, I didn't know that I liked horror things or even sci-fi at that time in my life.
But,
so.
I'm glad I got this. This was actually a game suggested to us from Brandy out at Coy's Comics.
Woo, Brandy!
It just took me a while to pick one up, and then because I knew it was a longer game, we've been holding off on playing it because...
Mavis wants to say hi to Brandy and Steve. Say hi!
Can you say hi to the camera, Doge?
I don't know what she's eating.
Eating something. But, that's our show this week. Thanks for coming. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We are at 55. We're trying to get up to 100.
100. I think we need to decide what we're going to give away.
I already know what the giveaway is. You want me to just tell them now? Do you think that would get more people to do it?
Hey! You could make my Splash Village passes part of that. Well, if they do it by November...
That's non-true. You have to go with them.
Okay. I'll go with them.
We can't do that because it's not going to happen. Okay. But once we do the giveaway, we have to give them like a few weeks to enter and all that.
Oh, okay. What is it then?
Okay.
Tell me.
So we're going to do a gift basket. It's going to include 2 Gulps'N'Games beer steins, beer mugs. I should call them steins. Beer mugs. It'll include a T-shirt, probably 2 T-shirts because we're doing like a game thing. So 2 mugs, 2 T-shirts. 2 T-shirts. The winners will have to give us their sizes because I do make the shirts myself. And then I'll give you a bunch of colors that you can choose from because I'll pick up a nice color for you if they at Walmart. And so 2 T-shirts, Gulps'N'Games T-shirts, and then it'll also include a game that's a 2-player game, and if you're over 21, it'll include a couple of beers. If you're under 21, it'll include a couple of root beers.
Not my father's root beer either.
No. Unalcoholic root beers. But yeah, so that's going to be the giveaway. It's going to be like a nice little gift basket with all that stuff in it. Nice goodies. Mm-hmm. Probably some stickers and stuff like that. But so we're trying to get to 100 so we can do that giveaway. So just keep subscribing.
Tell your friends about us.
Yeah, share us with anyone that you think might enjoy us. Tell them, just subscribe and figure out if you like it later. You can always unsubscribe. Hit that like button and leave us some comments down below. Some ideas for games, some ideas for drinks. If you want to be in one of our videos, again, we're always looking for people to play with us. Phrasing. We're always looking for people to play some games with us. And you can come and be in one of our episodes. And we have lots of games we haven't been able to play because we need more than 2 people. But yeah, thanks for coming.
Bye-bye. Oh, we got some lunch. Cheers.
Cheers.
Do we have birthday?
I don't even know what... this is coming out next Friday.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's October. Like, does it want to be October next Friday?
Yeah, next Friday's October 1st.
Okay. So
Happy
it'll be anniversary.
Canals.
I was going to say Feege and Bride of Feege.
Oh, okay.
But now everyone knows their last name.
Oh, yeah.